We have a key race alert right now in Virginia. The governor's race too early to call. No projection, no ability yet to take a look. We're getting early results. We're going to share those results with our viewers. Ralph Northam, the Democratic candidate, Ed Gillespie, the Republican candidate. We'll get those numbers and we'll share them with you as soon as they start coming in. In the meantime, let's go over to Aaron. Very, very early. We have a key race alert, Aaron. Take a look right now. Extremely early, not even 1% of the vote in. But right now, the first numbers coming in. Ed Gillespie, the Republican candidate for governor of Virginia. He's got 64.4%. He's ahead of Ralph Northam, the Democratic candidate, 34.9%. Cliff Hyra is the Libertarian candidate. There you see the numbers changing a little bit. Once again, very, very early in this contest. Ed Gillespie is ahead. Ralph Northam, the Democratic candidate, in second place right now, but it's still extremely early. We're going to get results coming in relatively quickly, fairly soon. I'm going to go over and speak with John King over at the Magic Wall. Much more of our special election night coverage coming up right after a quick break. Welcome back. We've got another key race alert. Take a look at the numbers coming in. 3% of the vote in Virginia now in Ed Gillespie, the Republican candidate. He has a slight lead over Ralph Northam, the Democratic candidate. 50.8% for Gillespie, 48.1% for Ralph Northam. But clearly, it's still very, very early, but the numbers are coming in. Looks like a pretty close race so far. Yes, we do have a key race alert right now. And take a look at this, 10% of the vote, 11% of the vote now actually in. Ed Gillespie, the Republican candidate for governor of Virginia, still maintaining an advantage, a lead over Ralph Northam, the Democratic candidate, 51.7%, 47% for Ralph Northam. Gillespie's up by 12,906 votes right now. You can see a slight advantage. Still early, only 11% of the vote in, but it's coming in relatively quickly. We'll have a lot more numbers coming in. There's much more ahead. More election results. We're going to bring you the president's big speech, a major address in South Korea after he tried and failed to visit the heavily armed demilitarized zone. We'll be right back. We've got another key race alert right now. Take a look at this. 11% of the vote is in. The Republican candidate for governor of Virginia, Ed Gillespie, still maintaining a slight lead over Ralph Northam. 51.8%, 46.9%. He's ahead by 13,588 votes. 11% of the vote is in. Still early. Could be a long night. Aaron? We've got a key race alert. Take a look at this. The Democrat, Ralph Northam, now in the lead. 25% of the vote is now in. Quarter of the vote is now in. Ralph Northam with 50.2%. Ed Gillespie with 48.6%. Northam is ahead by 10,000 votes right now. Let's go over to John King. They're counting the votes pretty quickly over there in Virginia, John. We've got another key race alert in Virginia, the governor race. Take a look. 36% of the vote is now in. The Democrat, Ralph Northam, maintaining his lead over the Republican, Ed Gillespie. He's got a lead of 50.8% to 48.1%. Got a lead of almost 25,000 votes. 36% of the vote is in Virginia. All right, John, thanks very much. We have a key race alert right now. Take a look at this, the CNN projection. CNN projects that Phil Murphy, the Democratic candidate for governor of New Jersey, will be elected the new New Jersey governor. Phil Murphy, the Democratic candidate, will succeed Chris Christie as governor of New Jersey, a major win for the Democrats. Welcome back. We have a key race alert right now in Virginia. 61% of the vote is in. Ralph Northam, the lieutenant governor, the Democratic candidate, building up his lead over the Republican Ed Gillespie. Right now, Northam has 51.2% to Ed Gillespie, 47.6%. He's ahead by 56,000 votes. Let's go over to John King. Looks like a very, very big night for the Democrats. So, John, we've got a major projection right now. And CNN projects that Ralph Northam, the lieutenant governor of Virginia, will be elected governor of Virginia, beating the Republican candidate Ed Gillespie. The Democrats continue to win in Virginia. Ralph Northam will be the next governor of Virginia. Very big night for Democrats in key states right now. Let's take a closer look. In Virginia, the Democrat Ralph Northam, he wins the gubernatorial contest, defeats Ed Gillespie. He's the winner. In New Jersey, Phil Murphy, he's the winner, beats the Republican Kim Guadagno. Phil Murphy will succeed Chris Christie as the next governor of New Jersey. In New York City, Bill de Blasio, the current mayor, sweeps, wins very big and very easily in New York City. In Virginia, Ralph Northam, once again, the winner. But look at this. The Democrats won everything in Virginia. Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax defeats Jill Vogel. He will be the lieutenant governor. And the attorney general race, Mark Herring, is the winner over John Adams. The Democrats carry all three of those important races. There is some silver lining for the Republicans right now. We have a projection. Let's take a look. CNN projects that John Curtis will be elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in Utah, special election, 3rd District, beating Dr. Kathy Allen. The race was called because Jason Chaffetz resigned from the U.S. House of Representatives. So a win for the Republicans in Utah as expected. Let's go over to John King.